I love that we are a university and a student body that is constantly trying to be a little bit better than yesterday. And so while I think there are, of course, many areas that we can grow in, one that I'll mention today, perhaps because I have a little bit more influence over it, is I would love to see a little bit more diversity in the School of Education. Our School of Education, which I am in, is still largely white and almost exclusively women. And I think as we just think about these, we are our future educators. These are the people who we are going to entrust our children to one day. It's important that they have a variety of backgrounds and life experiences. And so I think, the university could do a better job of putting forward the School of Education and talking about why one would want to be in it. You don't just have to want to be a teacher. And yet, I think some of that onus has got to be on me too. And I've got to do a better job of doing outreach to people. So that's what I would change. And then as far as why I chose Carolina, I think, some people tour UNC and fall in love with it, and it's got to be where they go. And that is awesome, and that is not at all like my experience. I really loved touring colleges as a high schooler. It got me excited for college. And so I toured UNC, and I loved it. And I toured other schools, and I loved them too. And I felt like, I could see myself being a variety of places. So ultimately, I chose UNC because, it's got a great academic program that I was interested in. I fell in love with the community of people that are here, and I get to pay in-state tuition at one of our nation's top public institutes. And I think that's very valid, and there is something to be said for a logistical financial component to choosing a school. But that makes me think that for me, at least, the bigger question is why I stayed at Carolina. And I stayed because from the moment I stepped foot on campus, I felt overwhelmingly loved and welcomed. I have professors now who really know me as a person and who offer a lot of grace and forgiveness for me and work with me, even when I am not always the easiest person to work with. I have communities that I've integrated myself into, and they have helped me make like a really big school like Carolina feel small. And then I have the intimate partnerships that I've formed with friends like, my roommate from my first year or people who I've met along the way who know me better than really anyone else does. And so it's because of the relationships and it's because of the feelings of welcome and love that I chose to stay at Carolina. And it's why I love being here.